Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 26th to April 2nd. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity to get more specific with your reading. Sagittarius, I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it's been used for thousands of years. It's had major influence on divination, including tarot. Every tarot card does have an astrological element, a ruling planet, so you get really deep when the two are combined. So this week, Sagittarius, it's a big week. Not as big as last week, but there are some really, let's just say delicious aspects. I like that. Delicious aspects. First things first, Mars went into Cancer. Okay, so Mars is in its fall in Cancer. It's just an astrological term. It doesn't do its best because Mars is, the planet of drive and, like just action. Cancer is a little, I say it's a softer side sign. It's where it's a little bit more sensitive and emotionally based, and so it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means put some emotional intensity into the things that you want, right? Put all that emotional intensity, be a little bit more intuitive as well. This is all happening in your 8th house, which means that there could be some things that are happening regarding other people's money that will start to come up. This is a weeks-long aspect, so you could just see in the next few weeks, you could get a bonus, commission, you could inheritance. There could also be something with your partner, maybe getting a raise or some sort of salary bump. But even still, one day I want you to pay attention to is actually Monday, March 27th, all right? This is when Mercury's conjuncting Jupiter, and that is amazing because they're both in Aries, right? And, Aries was, did you see that card flip over? If that shows up in your reading, we're going to talk about that. I don't do jumpers. That was just my slip of the hands. What I was saying is Mercury's conjuncting Jupiter in Aries. So this is your 5th house of pleasure, of love, of romance, of even children, creativity, self-expression. Now, this is the planet of communication with the planet of good fortune and luck. This is a great day to sign contracts. This is a great day to have an important conversation, to have a job interview, to get married, right? It's to propose. It's such a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. The other day that's really great is Thursday, March 30th. That is when Mars is trining Saturn. And so there's a lot of, Saturn is a planet of structure and stability. So there's a lot of long-term potential with this day. So there's a lot of things you could be working on around this time where you may feel a little bit more serious about giving something a longer shelf life. And then the same day, Venus is conjuncting Uranus. Now, both Venus and Uranus are in Taurus, okay? This is really, really, really great. This actually rules your 6th house, okay, Taurus. So you could, that's almost, it's basically like everyday activities, right? The things that you do on a daily basis, your routines, a lot of work is involved there, but even still, this is just a wonderful day. This is a day full of so much love and romance and passion, and it just feels good. Now, here's the kicker. Uranus is a planet of, it brings the unexpected, right? Planet of surprises. So you could have something surprising happen this day, all right? There's something very surprising. You could get a message. You could, your partner could surprise you with something really fun and interesting, but it will be related to something that is, really, just think of Venus, right? Think of Venus, a planet that rules love and romance and sex and money and all those things that you think that Venus would represent. So let's go ahead and get started, see what's going on for you this week, Sagittarius. Again, this is for March 27th to April 2nd, and it is for Sagittarius, Sun, and Rising. And anyone who is reading for someone they know who is Sagittarius, Sun, or Rising. Now, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It's what gives a really good overview here. And if we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Now, here's the thing. I say that every week, okay? But this is a special week. this is my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. So I'm very excited to be here. Some of y'all have been with me from day one, and I really am grateful and I truly appreciate it. So this is sort of like a milestone week for me. So I'm going to pull a lot of clarifiers for you, all right? Just as a little fun way to celebrate. Again, one of the reasons why I don't is because I usually use, I get a lot of, I'm in touch with my guide, so I don't really need to. A lot of times it's also, that I talk a lot. And so my readings can go on, like a weekly reading can go on for like 40 minutes. And nobody wants, like a 40-minute reading. So, but I'm going to do it here, okay? And looking at your spread this week, this is really interesting. Really, really interesting. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. Okay. All right, let's get started. This is going to be you're definitely, there's like a little bit of a tug of war energy, but everything's going to be fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. You got the Queen of Wands in your past. I love her. She is, I always say, think of Nicole Kidman walking into a room. She can get whatever she wants. That's the Queen of Wands right here. All right, she's very regal, charismatic. She's so popular. She's the popular queen, right? You can also see the sunflower in her hand. It really does have all the energy of the sun. All right, a lot of optimism, a lot of power, just a lot of passion. Okay, so some of y'all are feeling that right now. You're attracting the things that you want. You've attracted the things that you want. Some goodness has come into your life. Okay, a lot of it is also just within your world. Just there's a sense of enlightenment. Okay, and so I love the way that we're kicking off this week. Now, you do have the Five of Wands in the heart of your spread. So listen, there could be some sort of competitive nature going on this week. I don't know if some of y'all are applying for jobs. I don't know if y'all but that's a message that's coming through. And the reason I say that is because, when you send out a resume or whatever, you're not the only one, right? There's other people doing it. Same thing with if you're single, if you're swiping right on someone, there's a lot of other people probably swiping right on that person. But even still, there's like a sense of competition that's going on this week. One other thing that's coming up is that, the Five of Wands is a conflict card, but it's like the mildest, okay? Because you can take a close look, just kids. They're swinging their wands in the air, but there is a lot of ego at play too, so there could be something that arises this week. It could be just a little bit of a disconnect with a partner, with a friend, with a colleague, something or even multiple people too, like family, right? Like there could be a situation happening with family. I want you to know that with this card, there's always got to be someone that stands up, right? Someone who stands up and says, hey, y'all, nobody's getting along here. We're not getting along. Too many egos at play, too many cooks in the kitchen. We all really need to just get along, and we all really need to, see eye to eye, okay? And so, Sagittarius, that's going to be you, all right? It's going to be you. You know what comes after the Five of Wands is the Six of Wands, is a card of victory and success. So once you get through this, all right, you'll be fine. Again, this is really more just like annoying energy, like, oh gosh, this thing again, or it could be something that is just, and it is going to be, for a lot of y'all, definitely career related, okay? And it could be something if you're launching something new, or if you've been in the process of like maybe working with new partners or thinking about working with new people, or even, if you're not here for career, same thing with love. If you started dating someone, things got serious, you met the family, not really getting along with that person's family, that kind of energy, right? Because you did get the Three of Pentacles in your challenge area, all right? So this is all about teamwork, all right? Teamwork making the dream work, all right? Came up in your challenge area. So the Three of Pentacles crossing the Five of Wands, this week there could be just some sort of just mild conflict. It could be some sort of challenge where it feels more just annoying. Nothing like major, okay? It just feels really annoying. And, you are Sagittarius, and you don't like, you love your freedom. You love expressing yourself. You love, you're so explorative. So it is just one of those things for y'all. It's just going to be just kind of like a mild, like, okay, like, let me just stand up here and let's clear the air. Let's clear the air. But I want you to know that's going to happen, all right? But things are going to work out. I haven't even got to your future. Now, you did get the Two of Swords in your crown duality. Listen, this is, you can see the two swords here, but also you see the crescent, the sliver of the moon in the background.
Really trusting your intuition is going to really be helpful right now. This came up in your crown. There could be some sort of decision you have to make. There could be something this week, something that you maybe, again, with this happening in the heart of your spread, something that you may feel that you actually are in the middle of. And you have to be that person, okay? You have to be that person that says, y'all, come on, let's get along here. Let's do kumbaya, okay? Let's do this. Some of y'all will, if that's not happening for you this week, it's going to be based on, again, that competition energy. And I want you to just zone in. You can see that she's wearing a blindfold, all right? So in some cases, not facing some truths that you have to face. But in other cases, you really need to just isolate yourself from people at this moment to really zone in, okay? And that's what's this week. Expect that, Sagittarius. There may be something that you have to face, okay? And it could have to do with a decision, all right? A decision that you will have to make, all right? Especially with if it's a competitive atmosphere. It's also something that, again, there could be some sort of physical challenge, all right? Not internally, but physical in your world, whether it's colleagues or family or even a friend group, a squad, just something that's just, ooh, right? But it's really important just to communicate this week. Remember what I said, Mercury conjuncting Jupiter. It's a great time to communicate. And you did get the Page of Swords in the root of your spread. So it looks like it really is a week where you are going to, it's almost like, did I say tug of war earlier? Yeah, there is like that tug of war energy with your spread, because this little dude here, the page, sure, he's really young, but he's in the royal court. He has a lot of power. After the ace ushers in the most new change. Now he has a swords or the mental suit, all right? You already got the swords up here in your crown, all right, with that decision, communication, needing to communicate something this week, but also Page of Swords in the root of your spread saying you just want to go. You just want to go. There's something new that could have come into your life or is coming into your life, and it's something that you may be passionate about, really passionate about, and want to learn more about it. Sponge it up. But this little tiff here, it could be just is something that's just in the way, and it's almost like you have to just get this out of the way first, because it's taking up all your like, think of those comedy movies like the Judd Apatow or Ben Stiller movies where they're just like the fish out of water and there's all this like chaos around them and all they want is to just tell the dad like, I love your daughter, I'm gonna get married, or hey everyone, I'm moving to Mars or whatever, right? That it's like there's this new thing that you're just so excited about or will be excited about, but there's this one thing that could be like a competition or, again, just some sort of family matter or matter within your physical world with family or even just colleagues as well. Now, you did get the Justice card in your future, so that's a great sign, okay? This is all about cause and effect, and this is very karmic related. Just know that everything's going to fall in your favor, okay? I want you to see something here. Two things. One, this card is ruled by Libra. It's all about balance, okay? Balance, equilibrium. Actually, let's trace the word back. It goes back to equilibrium from, the 17th century, okay? It means equal Libra, all right? Equilibrium. Even like mostly like state of mind, you're going to have that balance. But even in your physical world, coming after the 5 of Wands here, this is really good, okay? You do see the scale in her hand, all right? So that balance is really important. And all you're going to do is cut this out, all right? Cut this out of this week. And in order to do that, you just have to be that person to like have everyone come together, okay? Because even like speaking of etymology, competition, right? It comes from the word competere in Latin, okay? Which actually meant to come together, all right? So now you can see here, after the Justice card, you got the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles, all right? So this is really interesting because I the one thing I was gonna say, and I thought it was gonna come up if I did some clarifiers. You didn't get any cups at all in your spread. All right, you didn't get any cups in your spread. Which is the card of emotions. Okay, you got more sword. You have all these swords, so there's going to be a lot going on up here. I want you to feel a little more too. Okay, I want to put some heart into some of the things this week. All right, especially with Mars in Cancer. Okay, that's gonna be it. Remember that emotional intensity toward the things that you want, the passions. All right, now some of y'all may actually be fighting over like inheritance, and there could be something that's just, there's something that where someone has to stand up, and I want that to be you. Now, 8 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles after the Justice. All right, this is very interesting. All right, so there is going to be an outcome to this, and if you feel that it is unfavorable, if you feel that things have not been balanced, there is going to be possibly a tendency for you to just go back, all up in your head. That's why it's important. It's so important to make sure this is cleared up, all right? But you do see, after the 8 of Swords, you have the 10 of Pentacles, all right? Hello. This is amazing. Again, inheritance it could be a big thing for some of y'all because, hey, this is all about legacy. This is all about family. This is all about, 10 is, the tree of life. We've come to the end. We've come into our physicality, right? It's the most grounded, but you see it's actually raining pentacles here in the form of the tree of life. All right. So this is a very significant card. It's a card of prosperity, card of success, it's the you made it card. It's the you made it card. So this week, it looks like the universe is going to make you really prove yourself and really work, take action toward the things that you want. Okay, that's all it is. But you're fine. In the end, this is in your future. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Like, you're moving into this really wonderful, comfortable, like the biggest, look how big their castle is. And look how happy everybody is in this card. This is all about money and wealth, okay? Moving into that. Remember the first thing I said in the reading, that your 8th house, you might find some activity in that with inheritance, with your partner's income, with a bonus commission. There could even be, maybe you own a vacation rental empire. Maybe you want to start one, but just success and money and wealth in your future. Now, also, money, when I say wealth, think of that in all areas of your life, okay? Wealth in family, wealth in, career. Like I always say, if you're like the king of Norway watching this video, where money is not even a thing for you, like you're not here for money, all right? Pentacles are earthbound, okay? Our physical reality, all right? So wealth, again, in family, in relationships, in, with Jupiter and Aries in your 5th house. That's a big, big thing for you, all right? Now, Sagittarius, let's get to your stuff. If you like this reading, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love to hear from y'all. I really do. And thank you so much for being here if you're a subscriber. Some of y'all have been with me from day one, and I really, really love y'all. Y'all are amazing. I actually wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. So thank you for being here and celebrating this 1-year anniversary milestone with me. Now, let's get, okay, you're good. Sagittarius, you're good. You're good. Let's go ahead and get started. You got the Hierophant, all right? You are definitely like in a place where you're building this foundation. You're building this structure in your life. And this, whatever is happening, is just something, it's like, we need to clear this thing, okay? It's kind of in the way. And that's how you may feel this week, okay? The Hierophant is, ruled by Taurus, okay? And so, like I said, Venus is in Taurus, and at the end of the week, Venus is going to be conjuncting Uranus, which is really great. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of activity there, and that happens to be in your 6th house. So it could be having to do with something with work or even your health as well, all right? Because there's something, and I'll tell you why in a second. But one thing here, the Hierophant is more of like a spiritual leader, right? He connects us from like, the divine up to, to our reality here. And so he is this is the first card in the major arcana where other people appear, because he has this deep sacred knowledge, all right, that deep sacred wisdom. When you have that, you pass it along to others. And for some of y'all, it's like y'all want it, and for another half of y'all know you have it. And so that's why you're the one that's going to stand up, all right, in this situation. Now, you pulled your own card, Temperance, okay? A lot of health related to this as well. And that's why I bring up health, okay? Which is really interesting, all right? Because, Venus in Taurus and, Venus conjuncting Uranus. Like, there could be something that has to do with health as well. Because remember, all that Taurus activity is in your 6th house, which rules health, all right? And so this is really interesting for 2 reasons, okay? So there could be something health related that could be coming up this week. Not a bad thing. This is remember, Venus is in it's a good aspect. So it could be the end of something, like if you were sick or something, you could be getting better, or you could decide that you are more a Pilates person than a yoga person, and you switch that up. You decide maybe you just want to start going to the gym and start taking care of your health and start eating better. But what I was going to say is, not only did you get justice in your future, you got temperance in your external factors area. So it really is just saying, like, this is all about balance, and then temperance is all about balance too, but having that moderation to bring that balance, that self-restraint. That's what temperance means, literally self-restraint, right? But temperance, if you break that down, temporare, all right, which actually meant to mix. That's why the archangel here was known as the alchemist, mixing everything in your life to bring that perfect balance, that perfect recipe. What do you need more of? What do you need less of? Like, finding that balance, and it looks like it's coming through. It's like the universe is on your side. Your spirit guides are protecting you. It came in your external factors area, so it's telling you to, even though this may be happening, enjoy the moment. Don't let this get you riled up. Enjoy the moment. Take advantage of this moment. Take advantage of these wonderful aspects that are happening in your life, okay? And be that person to stand up if there is a situation that's going on. Now, you did get the moon. The moon is ruled by Pisces. So we know that Saturn went into Pisces recently, all right? And that is your 4th house. So a lot of family energy here, and your 4th house is your domestic sector, so not only family and parents, but also like relationships, right? And even home. You could find some activity just going on in your domestic sector. But this is just saying that 2 things. One, again, trust your intuition, okay? Trust your intuition. That's what's going to help. We make really good decisions that way. We see clearly that way. It's always important, right, to tune into our intuitive side. Now, second thing is, it's just saying that there is a sense of you that is hoping that you never have to worry about your future. Some of y'all will be in this situation this week where there could be something that it's something about your future that there's some sort of concern or worry or a little bit of anxiety, but you just don't want it, all right? So a lot of it is, this is a lot very personal for you. And remember that balance is really important, that equilibrium is really important. When I say equilibrium, not only in your physical reality where everything just feels balanced and calm, but inside too, internally, right? Mind, body, soul. Now, lastly, boom, there you go. You got the 6 of Wands. Remember what I said earlier. What comes after the 5 of Wands? Final outcome, 6 of Wands. You have absolutely nothing to worry about as long as you are the one. As long as you clear the air with whatever challenge this is. Again, if it is a situation that's happening with your family, with friends, with colleagues, or even if there's some sort of competition going on. Again, that just came up strongly, just this air of competition, okay? If you are looking for a new job, or if there's some dating or some sort of competitive thing. Listen, as long as you trust your intuition, as long as you believe in yourself, as long as you feel empowered and you find that balance in your life, listen, you got the 6 of Wands. This is victory. You're the victor. This is success. This is public recognition. This is, in your final outcome. And like I said, there you go. Oh my goodness. You got the Ace of Wands too. All right, so you got the Ace of Wands, and then you got the 7 of Swords, and then lastly, Sagittarius. Come on. Look at this. you got the Six of Wands, you got the Ace of Cups, you got the Seven of Swords, you got the Two of Cups. So, how funny is it that I was saying that you got no cups here? Okay, they're all here. They're all here, and two of the biggest ones. Now, Ace of Cups, all your senses overflowing with emotions. This is, I always say, well, first of all, this is the heart of tarot, all right? So this is just rapturous. This is intense joy and pleasure, elation, euphoria. I always say, think of the last time something was so beautiful and just so joyful for you. It made you cry, brought you to tears. Looks like it's going to happen, okay? Now, you got the Seven of Swords. The biggest energy is not people doing something weird to you, even though that will be happening for some Sagittarius because you did get the Five of Wands. But the bigger energy that's coming through is it's you. So it's more like facing your truths. Don't take any shortcuts. Don't just remember, we need to take care of this, all right? If there is something that comes up, all right, whether it is something within your physical world, like some sort of like argument or you just challenge, or even that competitive, some sort of competition, okay? If there is a competition, if there are jobs you're applying to, if there are like people that you're dating or decisions that you have to make, that something competitive around it, listen, let's just face some truth. Like if it's something that you don't get, it's just not meant for you, right? It's not meant for you. But remember, balance is so important. Remember I said inside too, all right? And when we talk about health here, that also includes mental health. Now, lastly, you got the Two of Cups. I don't even know what to say. Look at this. Two of Cups. This is two becoming one. This is, in layman's terms, it's the soulmate card. It's the, twin flame card. So if you're single, you better go out there and mingle. All right. Venus is in Taurus. Okay. And then I said Venus is conjuncting Uranus on Thursday. And remember what I said, that element of surprise. That's one of those days where you could literally meet your soulmate in an elevator randomly, or like standing in line at Starbucks or whatever. Like that is that type of day. Now, if you're in a relationship too, I mean, just ascending it, taking it to the next level. This is two becoming one. This is, it really is love transcending time and space itself. I mean, you do see the caduceus here in the middle, right? The two serpents wrapping around the rod. It's old alchemical symbol, but it really is, if you're into yoga, you would know that it's like from the base of your spine going up. That's that life force, right? Going up through all your chakras to divineness, all the 7 chakras. So this is really interesting. You have a pretty powerful spread. There's a lot of things there may be some sort of event that comes up this week that you're going to have to handle. And if it's just more annoying, but in the end, you have the 10 of Pentacles in your future. You have temperance and justice. And then look at your final outcome. You got the victory, success, public recognition. You've got the Ace of Cups, the heart of tarot. And then you have the Two of Cups. But take care of this. Don't try to sneak away from it. All right? Don't try to sneak away from it. And if you find out it is someone that's actually doing something to you, hey, take care of it. There's a lot of sunlight. This person's stealing these swords in broad daylight. They can be caught. All right. So face that. The important thing is just trusting your intuition, finding that balance in your life and in your physical world, and what you have to do to get there. But Sagittarius, thanks so much for tuning in. You're amazing. I love you. I love you so much. Next week I do April, don't I? All right. Okay. So April's a big month. It's not as big as March, but we do have an eclipse. A really big one. And already getting the impression that some of y'all are getting married or having kids. That eclipse is in Aries, isn't it? Anyway, we'll talk more about that next week, okay? When I do your April. But thanks so much for being here. You're amazing. I love you. I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.